the Boston Open Shootout. There is Lukas Fracasso-Verner. He's up against Joe Prince from the UK. Verner was in outstanding form last night. Beat Tina Larson. Hardly missed a ball. I don't think he did miss a ball.
He had a rules violation. That was all he did. That's all that he did wrong in the match.
Tony Holgate and Simon Webb still here.
We are indeed, and we're having a good time. That's for sure. That last match was bizarre, but entertaining.
One of the strangest matches I think I've ever seen. Just Justin Birdman, 2 golden breaks. Del Sim, well, touched a ball with his arm, which cost him. And then just before he broke off, in his final racket, he decided to move the cue ball around in the kitchen area, but his tip, Farrell made contact with the cue ball, deemed to have played a shot. So that was a scratch, and Justin Birdman wraps up the match 6-4.
You can do it, you just can't do it with your tip of your cue. As Lukas misses the breakout. So he's not going to run out here in the opening rack. This is on to the second half of the draw as well. We know our quarter-final lineup on the top of the draw. Bamboni against Archer, Guimond against Bergman.
That's as good as he could have done from the situation he left himself in. So Joe Prince, his first outing into the arena for this week. Remember the last shootout in Des Moines, Iowa at the Rack Billiard Club? That incredible buzzer beater against Jovan Bustamante. We're talking hundredths of a second. Oh, hello. Maybe just biding his time there, Joe. You need to be very careful with this young man.
Don't see too many cagey racks like this.
No, we don't.
Or we haven't done for sure. And Shootout has been all go so far over the first session and a half. I have to say though, Joe will win this battle with a numbers advantage, if nothing else. So probably has to play the patient game.
Very clever lost the turn shot there from Joe Prince.
used to love these racks, Tony, didn't you?
No. The quite simple answer to
why I
that,
said
Simon,
it.
to be fair. But Joe's playing it exactly the right way here. He had to develop those stripes at the top there. And now they're good to go, really.
One thing that's certain here is that the longer the rack goes on, the more important it is for the person to win it. You don't want to lose a 10-minute rack, partly because it's going to kill the clock, but also it's just the punishment it takes mentally. So we're only playing a 30-minute match clock to start with.
Cue ball's gone. The 2 ball's going very close to the 8, but
no damage done.
no. Now then, Joe Prince looking at playing the combination here. Makes life a lot easier for himself. And that will do him. Simple finish now for Joe Prince. So his patience has paid off. A very good loss of turn shot he did play a little while ago that really set up this chance to win this opening rack. Slightly soft for Joe there, but this is okay. And the opening rack does go to Joe Prince. A different kettle of fish on his hands with Tom Cousins.
8 ball, not to be, but it's a decent break. And Joe Prince will have an opportunity to add a run out to the drawn out opening rack. Issues on both sides here.
Yeah, I kind of favour the spots. I don't like that.
But what are you doing with the 2?
I've got to that yet, Simon.
Yeah. Work it through.
I wondered if it would go off the knuckle and into the 13 and go, but obviously not. I don't like that 9 ball.
Yeah, but I think you can open up the 9 to the bottom left here.
Not only that, the 14's tricky as well near the 8.
Well, that's at least opened up one problem, and now you've got to find a ball to try and get down there for the 9. And, well, that's blocked off the 14, as it did go through the gap. So he's solved a problem, created a problem. In that situation there, would you just say that's unlucky, or is that overhit?
Overhit.
Because he didn't need to play it anywhere near that firm.
No. Is he trying to make the 14?
Yeah, looks like it. Make it both.
Didn't get the 14 moving in a straight line after dispatching that 3 ball. So Lukas now at the table. And he has that problem with the 2 ball. You just look there at the bank, because you could get straight up there now into a position to be able to bank that 2 ball. You want to be a little bit further down with the cue ball so he could play it more of a straight shot, and so he could hold on to the 4.
No issues with the bank. Not the greatest cue ball.
Have to play the 7 surely. Side pocket.
You're hitting the gap, it's not too bad. It comes down to pace control, doesn't it? And he is hitting the gap.
Yeah, that's not too bad, because he can now play the 5. He can play this with a load of running spin. So left hand spin and just bring the cue, but he could come off the two rails and up and get on into the top right. play it with more pace, you can actually get on it and play it into where the 5 ball's going now as well. So he does have a choice.
And that's the area he looked for.
That's a great shot.
Would like to have been straight in or just off straight the other way. So he still has to work a cue ball here, but it's really not too taxing. Well,
does he have to go cushion it first into the 11 or cut it in the left-hand side pocket, cut it down into the bottom right? 3 shots he has. I think he's looking at the side pocket immediately.
He must have just thought he wasn't going to hit the 10. This is nowhere near where he wanted to be.
Thin cut, is it? Yeah, it's a thin cut into the side pocket he's going. He's overcut it.
Big error from Lukas. I always like the errors are bigger when the error follows an error from your opponent, because you're just letting them off the hook completely.
Not keen on that shot either.
No. He was trying to be about a foot lower down the table than where he has landed. I feel like he's tried to land on the right-hand side 3 times now, and he's not got there once.
Well, he has to get there this time.
Otherwise, he's got a major problem.
Right behind it would be lovely. And that should be good enough for Joe Prince. Straight down the line now into the bottom right. So you've just got to drag the cue ball back a little bit. Doesn't have to play very hard at all. Ace obviously easy into the side pocket. Well, he's hit the bump.
Wow. He never had that visit. Never, ever had that visit at all. Struggled with the cue ball, and it's a gift. Both players making multiple mistakes in this rack.
It sort of drained me. You know, if it wasn't fast and flowing for me, it was nothing. It was very hard to maintain any sort of concentration as well.
I think whichever player can kind of break out and find their rhythm here is going to have a real good chance of stealing this way at the back end. It is Lukas Fracasso-Verner that has the opportunity in rack 3.
It's almost like you're waiting for sort of a statement run out.
Yeah.
You know, something like a massive big shot and a run out, and just maybe fire the crowd up a bit and have a little glance at your opponent in his chair. Bit of needle.
Bit of something. Just get a little bit,
Want a bit of edge.
I thought he might look at the solids here, but both sets, every ball actually went and had a pocket. He was pretty good on the 3, and once the 3 was out of the way, I think the solids would look good. It may be the 5 in the middle of the table he wasn't keen on.
He was playing way faster last night, was Lukas as well. He seems to slow down from his evening play.
Well, he got into a really good rhythm against Tina Larsen, and we just flowed, and that's why I was asking about he's not flowing yet. I think he's in very good shape here to find the first run out of the match.
think I'd come back for this and not go forwards. And the reason being, and he's played that very well, if you'd have gone further forward, you run the risk of bringing that bottom left-hand corner into play with the cue ball, but it's done well.
That'll feel a bit more like it for Lukas Fracasso-Verner. Lukas has found his rhythm. Let's see if Joe can find his now. Has one released the other.
And don't you find that that happens so many times? It will all of a sudden spring to life, both players. I think just over 14 minutes left of the match clock, and it's only 2-1.
That's a nice shot. Tells us that ball didn't quite go. I'm pretty sure the 9 does go to the bottom right. It obviously goes to the side, but no ball to play it in there. So this is a good layout now for Joe to respond.
Overrun that a bit, Joe Prince. So Lukas looks on. He wanted to be playing the 15 next. So he'll play the 13 now and change his route. He's going to make it obviously trickier. Well, certainly he's going to make it trickier now. I was about to say trickier to get to the 9, but he's going to have to play the 9 now, which he certainly didn't want to do, and then get on the 15. Yeah, this is low percentage. You'll need a couple of extensions to try and work this one out.
Yeah, he's probably got a million things going through his mind, thinking, how have I ended up having to play this with the layout I had on the back of the mistake in the previous time he came to the table. Yeah.
He wasn't ready to hit.
No, and he's angry.
Yeah. Yeah, that is not a very happy Joe Prince sat in that chair.
Wide open for Lukas to go too clear here.
Yeah, plenty of room to work with. Once again, taking a bit more time than he did yesterday. Knows how important this is now. 3-1 is huge at this stage, especially when you know your opponent, his head's going through the ringer at the moment. Joe's letting him see it as well. So this, for me, for Lukas, is thinking, right, if I just get these, this is going to compound it. That's a nice little rub onto the 3.
Yeah, that's actually a very nice rub.
Yeah, we're taking it right away now, thank you. Come back a couple of inches. Right over there. I don't want to get right close to the rail, but this is fine.
See him just stepping up the pace once he's into perfect shape as well. We're about to go into 15 seconds a shot. He's about to go too clear.
Down goes the 8. And Lukas Fracasso-Verner now 3-1 in front against Joe Prince.
In his first Ultimate Pool USA match.
Yeah.
I think many are.
This looks a very nice break for Lukas Fracasso-Verner. And this is really kicking a man while he's down if he runs this one.
He's got the match in his hand right now, hasn't he?
I feel he has. Plays 15 and just kick into this 11 ball and knock up the table a bit. That's the 11's more awkward of the lot. Well, how's that? That's really nice.
Delicate.
Yeah.
And lovely.
Yeah, Joe just giving a little clap there in his chair after that shot. I think he's resigned to the fact that he's going to have to really come to town to try and drag this back. But that is now 4-1 Lukas Fracasso-Verner. Puts a bit of extra shoulder and elbow into that one, and it's gone dry. A wry smile there from Joe Prince.
Yeah, laughing to himself.
I think he's sort of feeling it's not his day, Joe. Lukas, on the other hand, will be thinking, I could run these out now, get on the hill, and there'll be no way back for Joe Prince. Lukas there forgetting he had his extension. As we are into the 15 seconds of shot area. I don't think Lukas can see the 5. He can't. He's going to have to play the combination.
That added tariff, and it's forced the miss.
Yeah.
Hope for Joe Prince.
He was rushed into playing the 6 ball, and that's why he landed where he did. There is time for Joe. Don't forget we've got golden breaks that are in play. Justin Bergman's made 2 of those. Nice shot there from Joe Prince. Gets up on to the 10 ball. Don't forget he is a buzzer beater. Probably the most incredible one I think we've seen.
So, well, the closest, I think. Good shot. Well, it's not ideal.
No.
Quite a big angle here. He didn't want the big angle. Dead weight it in. Accept what you've got.
It's okay here. He can kill the cue ball into the cushion just below the middle of the side pocket there and hold for the 8, which he has done perfectly. This will be hit very quickly. 4-2.
Rare. Very rare.
Well, very rare.
8
Ooh,
ball. It was tracking.
It was. It got slowed down by another ball. He's gone dry. And a bit of a grimace there from Lukas. Yeah, the 2 ball just killed it because I think it was going. He's taking the solids. The problem he has is obviously the 5 ball. It's blocked off at the top left-hand side of the table. Hello. What's going on up there?
All sorts happening. And that has not made things easier.
No, it hasn't. 5 minutes left of the match. Prince trails by 2. Still at the table. Needs to get an angle on either the 2 or the 1 ball up here so he can play into that 5 ball. And those stripes and clatter. Break it out.
This is such a tough shot.
Here we go.
Really going to have to get this moving. He's done well. He's done very well. Couldn't hope for that to come out any better. He's doing it at very good pace as well.
Now does Lukas start to get worried when he sees this coming at him? In it goes. The 8's down, it's 4-3. It will be Prince to break next as well. Yeah, I remember Kobe saying last night, he said, my first 2 matches tomorrow, Johnny Archer and Shane Ramboni.
Yes.
A nice start to the day.
Yeah, he could have ended if he would beaten Johnny. He'd have played Shane twice as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to our match. And Joe Prince will have the opportunity to tie this match up.
Play the combination plant. The 2 stripes. He'd actually love to be able to take a solid, but he can. He could take the long 2. Well, he's going to do 3 in the side pocket.
In the side, yeah.
No, he's gone in the top pocket. Well, confused us all. Well, it confused me anyway.
Me and you. Everyone else knew what he was doing.
Well, no, I don't know.
You know, this is a good layout. This really is. Now it comes down to a bit of clock management as well. I would suggest you want to do this as quick as you possibly can, even though Lukas would have the next break. But you can't kill the clock enough to give Lukas no chance to respond.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to do it as quick as possible and keep time in the match.
Paul Tyler, Dale Sim, table 12. Paul and Dale, table 12. Ryan Lima, Braden Galenos, table 13. Ryan and Braden, table 13.
6 is in. He's on the 2.
Randy James, table 14. Cody and Randy, 14. Kevin Yorn, Sod.
But it's just going to pull that back and take the 8 in the same pocket. It's a strange one, but he's on the 8. The cue ball's going to get killed by the stripes. So this to tie things up.
It's in.
Cue ball won't reach the corner pocket, and we are all square with 1:59 left to play. Lovely pop.
That is a great break.
Yeah, love the control on that one, and the layout is, at first glance, a decent one. Does he have a good opener
Solid
on this?
3 ball side pocket.
Yeah, he does.
Comes down to 5 and 6.
Does mean he's going to need to get underneath the 8 from high. But does the 8 even go up to the top corner? The 8's the problem ball.
I think it does. I think it gently.
But he's
Past the 15.
So he's trying to move it there. I think that was an attempt, wasn't it, to move the 8 ball into a bit better position.
Another chance here on the 5.
Problem is, if he does it this time round, he might not end up on anything.
I'll tell you what he has done. He just nudged into that 14 and 4, and he's made that 4 ball a lot easier. That was a little bit finicky there, and now you can see it's available in both side pockets. I'd be going down in on the 5. Doesn't have to rush. He can put enough into this to kill any chance that Joe Prince would have of running the rack.
That'll do. I think he's okay.
He is.
Might have to just turn it. Yeah, expert level here is making it a buzzer beater, but worst case scenario, if he runs out here, he's only going to leave a second or two on the clock. So just has to get out. He can't get counted. Wow. He wasn't on it. He wasn't on it. I think we're going to the 6th ball. There's not enough time here for Joe Prince.
He's going to have a go. I mean, I know he had that one against Bustamante, but there's no way in the world he's knocking all these in 10 seconds. Tell you what, if that ball, if those had stopped quick enough, he could have had those.
And we are going to the extra time. We are going to a 6th ball shootout. Said it would be dramatic. It certainly was. Key thing to remember is the cue ball and the ball you are shooting. If they are stationary, you are good to go. Other balls can be moving. And it is a 5-second penalty for any foul. Got to wait for the cue ball. It just popped off a little bit too much. Now it's killed off 5 seconds just waiting for the cue ball there.
That's nice.
But he can go stop, stop, stop now. Cue ball's going to have to move at least once. Oh, cue ball. It's going to scratch. He's still going to set around 30. He's knocked out of this. If he doesn't scratch there, he sets the 25, probably 24 that we're talking about, but 5 seconds will be added that time for the scratch. Moments waiting for Joe to get himself set. 29.96 is the official time, and see how much slower he hit the break than Lukas. Oh, nearly pulled a trigger and the ball would have been moving because of the little bump, so he's done really well just to hold back there.
This is really good. Prince has him.
Yeah, he knows he can walk round slowly because he knows if he makes it, he's through. And he does. Very calm and composed 6th ball shootout for Joe Prince. And he comes from the brink to turn it around and get the victory. And he books his place in the Boston Shootout quarterfinal.